Hey everyone, Kyle Walker here. If you love cars, fixing things, or just want to understand your vehicle better, you're in the right place. I share hands-on tips, smart driving advice, and straight-up car talk without the fluff. Make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and stick around till the end. You don't want to miss what's coming up. Let's get into it.
When a traffic police inspector asks to get out of the car, the driver usually hesitates to do so. They are not allowed to take anything with them, except for personal and car documents. The driver risks becoming a victim of arbitrary behavior of the hapless inspector, who may also intimidate with a fine for disobedience to the police officer. But such requirements are not always necessary and often violate the law. When it is worth obeying, we will answer in the course of the article. Who is the law on the road? Often from traffic inspectors, the driver hears the argument, "I am the law here." This statement is incorrect. An employee of the state inspectorate is authorized to suppress violations and identify potential offenders. The activities of the police are regulated exclusively by federal legislation and bylaws of ministries and departments. The most important of these are Code of Administrative Offenses, Federal Law on Police, Administrative Regulations, the understudy of the CAO. The reason for the need to leave the vehicle must be specified in one of these documents. The traffic police officer has no right to motivate it by the interests of the service, economic component, or illegal orders of his superiors. Control over the legality and compliance with regulations is entrusted to the federal and regional departments of the enforcement service. Is it a real inspector? Before getting out of the car at the request of a traffic police officer, it is necessary to make sure that it is authentic. During summer vacations, winter vacations, or major events, fake traffic police officers can be found on country roads. Therefore, vigilance never hurts. A real traffic police inspector is dressed in uniforms from blue-black to dark black shades and reflective vest of green color with the abbreviation DPS on the back. The jacket and pants shall necessarily match in color. On the chest is a badge, which should not create glare and be clearly readable even on camera. The inspector is obliged to show his service license immediately or at the driver's request. The driver may not take it in his hands, but he must have enough time to determine its authenticity by the following features. Left side contains a color photo of the inspector in uniform with the seal of the Ministry of Internal Affairs in the lower right corner. To the right of the photo in the upper part is the national emblem of the Russian Federation. In the lower part, there is a 3-letter code of the region of service and the number of the certificate. Between the coat of arms and these data, there is the designation MIA Russia in big red letters. In the bottom line of the left field are the personal number of the employee and the validity of the document. The right part, on it is placed the name of the MIA department with a full deciphering of the region. Next comes the inscription Service ID with its number. Combinations on both halves of the crust necessarily coincide. Under it are the personal data of the inspector, rank, full name, detailed name of the position. Under them is the visa of the head of the department or the commander of the detachment. The bottom line contains information about the right of the employee to personal weapons. Closer to the lower left edge is the date of issue of the document. Read also, emergency measures in the event of a car fire. If at least one of these points is not fulfilled, the driver has the right to ignore the commands of such an inspector. It is worth it for the motorist to leave the car, as the accomplice will take possession of it. Is the very requirement to get out of the car to draw up a protocol legal? In most cases, no. Many traffic police officers ask to get out of the car and go to the official car to conduct investigative actions. The uncooperative are intimidated by huge fines or imprisonment for 15 days for disobeying the inspector. But in most cases, the traffic officer asks to make movements illegally. According to the law, the request or demand to leave the personal car is justified by such reasons. Detention of the car according to operational reports, visual detection of car defects that threaten traffic safety, verification of unit numbers, the presence of a ruling on the inspection of the vehicle, suspension of the driver from driving the vehicle. The inspector must clearly and understandably explain the reason for the need to leave the vehicle, demonstrating the documents. Exception: plan measures aimed at a specific type of transport. There is also a mysterious item in the list of reasons for such a request. It is about endangering the life or health of a police officer. These include attempts by drivers to run over the inspector with their car. After such a request, the offender will become obedient. Conclusions. The driver has every right to ignore a police officer's demand to get out of the car, but it is important to choose the right wording. It will not be difficult for the inspector to bring a breathalyzer or draw up a report in the car of the victim. The main rule is mutual understanding and politeness. In conclusion, knowing when to exit your vehicle at the request of an inspector is crucial for ensuring a smooth interaction and maintaining safety. Always remain calm and respectful, and remember that complying with the request is often in your best interest. If you feel uncertain about the situation, it's perfectly acceptable to ask for clarification. By understanding your rights and responsibilities, you can navigate these encounters with confidence. Thank you for watching, and stay informed for safer travels.